Today we are going to talk about reverse culture shock, which is the emotional and the psychological difficulties people experience when they return back home after living abroad for an extended period of time. The reverse culture shock is essentially culture shock in reverse. So if you missed my previous episode of Immigrants Emotional Curve, which is the culture shock curve, I'm going to pin the link in the description box for you. But this is how it started. In the immigrant emotional curve, we talked about the honeymoon stage, the culture shock stage, and the adaptation stage, where after you've left your home country to go abroad, you go through all these stages and you get to the adaptation stage where you're very comfortable now in your new country. Now, after you've lived abroad for a while and you're ready to go back home, this is where today's curve starts. Now, the green area, this is what you're going to discuss, and it's the reverse. This is where now you're preparing to go back home to the culture that was very familiar to you, but now when you go back home, it's going to feel very unfamiliar because you're already adjusted to a culture in a new country. So, the first stage is the disengagement phase. This stage is subtle but important, often starting even before the actual return home. The disengagement stage typically occurs a few weeks or months before returning home, and it includes emotional, cognitive, and behavioral reactions to the idea of leaving the host culture. Individuals become increasingly aware that their time abroad is ending. They may start to think about what it will be like to go home, and common thoughts include: what has changed back home? Will I fit again? How will people understand what I've been through? People may begin to withdraw emotionally from the culture they've been living in, and there may be a sense of loss or mourning for the lifestyle, friendships, or even personal growth experienced abroad, especially if one formed deep attachments in the host country. The other stage is honeymoon stage. This is when you've now returned home and everything is exciting and familiar. You're thrilled to see your loved ones, eat your favorite foods, and be back in a place you know. You might feel a sense of pride or comfort being back home where you belong, but this stage doesn't last long. Soon, the deeper and cultural shifts start to surface. This is now when you go to the reverse culture shock stage or the irritation stage. As the excitement fades, you start to notice differences between the person you've become and the world you've come back to. Things you used to take for granted, like how people interact, how systems work, or even what's considered normal, may now feel frustrating. You might feel out of place, misunderstood, or even critical of your own culture. Friends and family may not fully relate to your experiences abroad, which can lead to loneliness or confusion. But this phase doesn't last forever. You'll move on to the readjustment stage. At this point, you begin finding your footing again. You're slowly getting used to being back home and start creating a new normal. You find ways to blend your past experiences with your current reality. Your mindset shifts from comparison to understanding. The final stage is the integration phase. Here, you fully adjusted. You now see your home country through a mature, balanced lens. You've integrated your time abroad with your identity in a healthy way. You no longer feel stuck between two worlds. You carry both experiences with confidence and use them to navigate life with greater insight and adaptability. It often surprises people because they expect to feel at home again, but they've changed, and so has home in big or subtle ways. The internal shifts you underwent while living abroad have shaped new expectations about time, efficiency, and how systems should work. You're no longer the same person who left years ago. So embrace the new you. There you have it. Culture shock when you move to a new country, and reverse culture shock when you return back home. My name is Leila. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you soon.